You're good? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to the incredible team here for giving us a walkthrough of all the facilities and the services and programs that are offered in this critical community treasure here. I want to especially shout out Ms. Sophia, who we are not going to let go in a month or so after her 27 years here. We're going to find a way to prohibit her from leaving, but thank you so much for what you do to the community and your entire team. I'm here, very proud to be here, joined by members of our City Hall workforce and department heads and our colleague on the City Council, Councilor Ricardo Arroyo, here to make a very special announcement that we are pleased to introduce and welcome to our cabinet a new Chief of Human Services, Jose Masso. Jose is bringing a lifelong commitment to Boston, to this role, a commitment to communities, to our young people, to the many ways in which when we come together, we can push through challenges and reshape what's possible. He is bringing decades of experience as a nonprofit leader and community organizer, most recently as co-executive director of the United South End Settlements, supporting children and families throughout a very difficult time in the pandemic. He's also served Boston as executive director of child development and food insecurity at the YMCA of Greater Boston, where he led after-school programs and anti-hunger initiatives for our children and their families. And his dedication to fighting food insecurity goes all the way back to when he served Roxbury as a community organizer for Urban Edge, managing multiple weekly food pantries and expanding accessibility for older residents and those with physical disabilities. We're learning that he's intending to continue that work also in his capacity as a community member through his involvement with the board of the Urban Farming Institute, another important resource in our community. Jose and his cabinet and team will coordinate services for our youngest and our eldest residents and everyone in between. Returning residents, those with disabilities, families, veterans, all who are looking to connect with the services and the opportunities that Boston represents. His cabinet is very, very talented, very passionate, and they represent the departments that directly touch the people in our neighborhoods and communities. Our libraries and community centers, our young people for whom we are going to, we're proposing an unprecedented 6,000 youth summer jobs, so Rashad's going to make sure we hit that number. And we're so excited for what it means in this moment as we're looking to recover in an equitable, sustainable, resilient way across the city. So I look forward to officially welcoming Jose to this post early next month. I'm very grateful that he's starting a little bit early and getting a view. Gracias a todos por acompañarnos esta tarde. Este es el BCYF Menino en Rosendale. Me da alegría anunciar que Jose Masso será nuestro jefe de servicios humanos en Boston. Gracias a su compromiso de toda la vida con el servicio y con Boston, aporta un liderazgo crítico y demostrado a nuestro Gabinete de Servicios Humanos. Tiene décadas de experiencia como líder de organizaciones sin fines de lucro y organizador de la comunidad de esta posición. José viene desde su posición como codirector ejecutivo de United South End Settlements, que apoyó a los niños y las familias durante la pandemia. También ha servido a la comunidad de Boston como director ejecutivo de Desarrollo Infantil e Inseguridad Alimentaria en el YMCA del Greater Boston. La dedicación de José a la lucha contra la inseguridad alimentaria empezó cuando trabajaba en Roxbury como organizador comunitario de Urban Edge, donde manejó múltiples despensas semanales y amplió la accesibilidad para los residentes de mayor edad y los discapacitados físicos. Me alegro de que se incorpore a la ciudad. Mientras trabaja con nosotros, seguirá ocupándose de la inseguridad alimentaria como miembro de la Junta Directiva del Urban Farming Institute también. José coordinará los servicios para nuestros residentes más jóvenes y más mayores, para nuestros residentes que tienen discapacidades, para nuestras familias y nuestros veteranos. Trabajará con socios y organizaciones comunitarias de todo Boston para garantizar que los servicios de nuestra ciudad sean accesibles y equitativos. Estoy deseando dar la bienvenida oficial a José a la ciudad a principios del mes que viene. Now I would like to invite up our new chief to say some remarks, and then we'll be followed by our counselor and any members of the cabinet who wish to add a few words as well.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Mayor Wu, for those kind words. Thank you for your fearless leadership, and thank you for this opportunity, truly. Thank you, Cynthia, for the tour. This was wonderful, and to the many volunteers that make this place what it is and as special as it is. So thanks to you and all of your hard work and consideration. I'll be very honest with you all. If you would have told me 25 years ago when I was a lifeguard right up the street at the Flaherty Pool that I would be in this position today, I wouldn't have believed you. I would ride my bike to work, and the only thing I would be on my mind is what was ahead of me, whether that was teaching swim lessons or coaching the swim team, but that was it. I couldn't see too far into the future, but I knew I loved the work, and I still love the work. What I'm excited about is that on the journey over the past 25 years is that I've been able to commit myself to youth development, to community organizing and uplifting families, ensuring that everyone has access to high-quality programs, opportunities, and resources so they can be their best. What I'm even more excited about is that this cabinet and our cabinet members here are able to make sure that that happens on a daily basis, and that really does excite me. So I'm looking forward to working with all of our department heads. I'm looking forward to working with all the staff that are on the front lines, such as Cynthia and her many staff that she introduced us to. Those that are dedicating themselves to ensure that all city residents make sure that they're able to get the best that they need through everything that this cabinet has to provide. So I'm thankful. I'm definitely thankful for this team, to this administration, and I'm thankful to you all, and definitely thankful to my village and my support system for this opportunity. I'm really grateful for this next chapter of my journey. Thank you all.
I wasn't going to miss an opportunity to say Chief Maso. I'm incredibly excited and thrilled that Mayor Wu has selected somebody who has such unique qualifications, both professionally and personally. Somebody who has grown up in our communities, who understands what it is to grow up in our communities here in Boston, who understands what it is to work in these communities professionally, but also to be a resident of this city in a real way that connects with folks who attend and use the services of many of our community centers and other folks who engage with human services and other departments in the cabinet. I would say for me, there's likely no, I'm sure it's arguable with other cabinets, but there's no other cabinet to me that impacts and touches the lives of Bostonians in so many different, really integral, important ways, whether it's the food pantry that is run out of here. Thank you to our volunteers for doing that. And all of the different ways in which we service people out of these departments. There is nobody I could think of to take on that role that I would be more excited of to call chief than Chief Maso. So I'm excited by this election. His qualifications speak for themselves, and I look forward to all the good work that I know he will do in this role. So thank you, Mayor Wu, for her wisdom in selecting him, and thank you to Chief Maso for taking on that responsibility. So thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the Menino Center. What a unique honor and pleasure to welcome Jose Maso, who has not just been a part of the BCYF, the Boston Center for Youth and Families, staff in one role, but in two roles, as lifeguard, as he said, and as a street worker. So I just want to, Councilor Arroyo beat me to it, but I wanted to say welcome, Chief Jose Maso. We are thrilled to have you in our cabinet, particularly at this moment as we embark into our work and the recovery of our city, in doing the work that we have done from the onset of the pandemic. We are thrilled to have the new energy, the new insights and experience and expertise that he brings. And again, welcome, and I'll pass it on to any of my colleagues.
Okay, I think that's it. Any questions from the media on this? No? Good. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I'll chat with Greg after. Want to go to photo? Okay.